Hi, everybody. Well, it seems like it does actually happen because people were doing something on their balcony that they're not supposed to be doing, and now they're trying to find their way home from a foreign country. So it is incredible to me that people still think that they can get away with stuff on cruise ships, especially stuff that may bother other people, right? Playing loud music up on the pool deck. That's going to disturb other people. Other people are going to get annoyed, they're going to complain about it, and you're going to get in trouble. And depending on the incident, there can be a lot of trouble. So here is an example of something that happened. A friend of mine is currently on a cruise. They got on the cruise last Sunday. And on the cruise, there is somebody who was smoking some of the stuff on their balcony. Just a few balconies over. But, and you know what I mean by the stuff. We're not talking vaping. We're not talking cigarettes. We're talking the wacky tobacco. How old am I, right? But anyway, I know it's legal in places. I know there's prescriptions for it and everything, but it's not legal on cruise ships. I don't know how many times we have to tell people this and state this, even if it wasn't, even if you were able to smoke that on the cruise ship, you're not allowed to do it on a balcony. You're not allowed to do anything smoking fire related on a balcony, right? Cigarettes, anything. So apparently, after numerous complaints, these people all of a sudden got a knock on the door. And it was security. And security walked in. They checked that they had security footage of them out on the balcony smoking. And they didn't bother to give them a warning. As far as we can tell, maybe they did. Maybe Royal Caribbean gave them a warning to stop. But long story short, they didn't. And they were now escorted off the ship in a foreign port and now had to make their way back. Now here's the big problems. Say this is I don't want to say where it is and give my friend's name out or anything like that, but so say this is in Bermuda. It's a closed loop cruise from the United States, so all you need is your driver's license. Great. Trouble is, if you only have your driver's license and now you're in Bermuda and you got to find your way back to the United States, it's so much harder without a passport. If you're traveling with just ID, not only that, you got to hope you have enough money on your credit cards available in order to fly yourself home. Remember, some people go on cruises for budget, and they are 3-day cruise, 4-day cruise, or going as cheap as possible just to be able to get away, and can't always afford these expensive flights nowadays. Not to mention having to pay any fines, etc., that the cruise ship may now instill on these people because they broke the rules, right? They broke the rules. They now probably have to go in and do a deep cleaning of that stateroom. I know if I walked into that stateroom and I smelled weed and I was the next passenger, I wouldn't be very happy about it, right? Because I don't do, that stuff. I'm fine with anybody who wants to. That's not my problem. I don't want to smell it in my stateroom or on my sheets, etc., right? So I would want my whole stateroom cleaned. I'd be very upset. But I can't believe people nowadays still don't get the message. One, marijuana and any kind of drug is not legal on cruise ships, right? It's not the cruise ships making the rule. It's the law, right? It's the law that's making the decision and the rules for it. People are going to say, yeah, but they're in international waters. They can do what they want. No, because they still have to report to the United States. And the federal government is the one that's making those rules. It's the state governments that have legalized it. The federal government has not. There's a big difference there. So if you're going on a cruise, first of all, don't smoke on a balcony. Go to the designated smoking areas no matter what you're trying to smoke. And if you're trying to smoke marijuana of any kind or anything like that, be prepared for the consequences, because it might be legal in this state. It might be legal in this country. It might be legal where you live, but it's not legal on the cruise ships.